Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my review of the 2024 Weekly Day Designer. The packaging is always phenomenal with Day Designer. You get an outer box that is reversible, so you can turn this around and have a yellow, gold, metallic, and white stripe box to reuse any way you choose. But not only that, it also comes in this really nice keepsake box. So it is a shelf design, or a drawer design, I should say. And it's got a nice little mint colored tab, satin tab, and your Day Designer will come wrapped in some bubble wrap inside of the box, but I've already taken mine out. Check out this cover. Is that gorgeous or what? We're going to dig right into the planner, but I just want to show you how nice this is. You can store your planner in it after it's full, or you can just use this to store anything else you like, and it will fit nicely on a bookshelf, and it's sturdy. It's a really nice box, and the outer box, like I said, was reversible, just like this. It was very easy to just unfold and refold the opposite direction. This is also another box that you could just use maybe to wrap a gift in or to store other items in, because it just looks really pretty. Inside your box, you'll get this little card which invites you to try to get your order refunded. So you snap a picture, you Instagram it, and you tag at the Day Designer and use the hashtag Day Designer. So hashtag Day Designer. And then on the first of every month, they will pick a winner and refund the cost of their Day Designer. So you should totally go for that if you are Instagram savvy. And then here is a little code that shows you what all of the little icons mean. So there's today and to do, focus, alignment, inspiration, big picture, and reminders. So let's just get started and see what this planner is all about. You can see that the cover is gorgeous. There are lots of covers to choose from though. The O-ring binding is yellow gold and the corner bumps are gold. You get them on the front and the back. The Day Designer logo is also outlined in gold. So it's an elegant look. And when you open it up, there is a pocket here that has a Swiss dot with yellow gold metallic, and then 2 sticker sheets that are just an assortment. So to do, meeting, party, vacation, me time, grateful, exercise, birthday, payday, big day, do today, don't forget, some little airplane checks, coffee cups, flags, and stars and hearts. Elegant stickers. Then your name page includes a place for your name and also your word of the year. This is January through December 2024. And the story of the planner that will change your life. You're going to see that there are some really cool things inside this planner. I have reviewed it for the last 2 or 3 years actually, and I'm always a fan. I sometimes use this planner when I don't feel like doing my stickers, and I just either want to use some washi tape or just some colorful pens or plain pen or even pencil, because it's got some neat aspects in the weekly layout that are really helpful. This is a snap-in bookmark that has 7 inches on it. You can use this to draw a straight line or measure. It says Day Designer down at the bottom and Today at the top. So ideally what you'll do is maybe hook it onto this second coil so that it'll stick out a little bit, or if you hook it onto the top one, it'll stick out quite a bit. So we'll do that for now. And then how to use your Day Designer. So I'm not going to read all of this, but this is really helpful. Plan with purpose, personal assessment, where I am in life, heart goals, what is important to me, monthly actions and weekly routines, what steps will I take to get there, daily habits, making it happen. And underneath that we have today and to do, top 3, notes, gratitude, flexibility, and notes pages. The result, life well designed. So here are some of your prep pages. The self-assessment page is over here on the left, and it's a chart that says self-assessment. Where am I in life? So you're really just going to take stock in several areas. So they've listed a number of them, but you have space to add your own. But some examples are career, social, family, chores, TV and distractions, spiritual, physical, volunteering, education, residence, car, clothes, food, entertainment, vacations, marriage, and hobbies. And is it very important, somewhat important, neutral, not that important or not at all important to you. And then you're going to nail down some of your values here. So this is like a Venn diagram. In the top circle, you're going to list your top 5 values. And then in the bottom left circle, your top 5 passions. In this circle, it's top 5 strengths. So you're going to like identify those things, find where maybe some of them overlap. And then my goals, what is important to me? You're going to be able to map out lots of goals here. So this chart on this side is broken down into quarters. So this is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So you might list your goals in self-care, relationships, personal development, resources like time and money, vocation like your job, career, and community. So you could list your goals here and then kind of think in 3 months, what do I want to achieve in that area? So this is kind of a brainstorming place and a brain dump place where you can map out. I would use pencil personally, and I've done this in the past using pencil because I rethink it after a while. And you might even start at 12 months and then work your way backwards if that is easier for a particular goal. But you're just going to visualize where do you want to be in the future in terms of quarters of the year. On this side, you get my plan. What steps do I take to get there? So you describe the goal in this column here. This is number 1, 2, goes all the way down to 10. So 10 different goals here that you're going to kind of pick out from over here. Your goal description, monthly actions that you can take, a weekly routine that you can do, a daily habit, and what progress looks like. So you're just going to kind of give yourself a roadmap for how you're going to go about achieving each of your goals, or at least making progress on them. Now, I love this because I have gotten so much personal value out of this. You're going to map out your ideal month on the left side and your ideal week. So this is not your actual schedule. You're just going to turn your planner this way so that you can map out an ideal month. You might want to make some copies of this and have one for the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall, because you know your life and your ideal month might look different for different quarters of the year. But I would use pencil on this also, get messy. And this is how I came up with my system that I'm still using now. Started this over a year ago, where I have just designated certain Mondays of the month that I always do this or that. Certain Wednesdays, I always do this or that. Certain Fridays, I always do this, like the first Friday or the third Friday, etc. And it has really helped me to stay on top of not just jobs and goals, but also just fun things like visiting with my friends. And then your ideal week, again, you might want to make some copies of this, and I believe they're available as free downloads on the Day Designer website. They have lots of really great downloads. So you could play around with this on one of the downloads if you are afraid to write in this until you've kind of scratched out a plan that's tentative and that maybe has been erased and scratched through a little bit. Then come over here and put something that's more final in your book if you want to. But this is the morning hours from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So here's your afternoon and here's your evening. It stops at 12 a.m. So the only hours that aren't covered are 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. And most people are going to be sleeping. But if that's not the way it is for you, then just change these hours to suit you. And then this is what your year at a glance looks like. So these are bigger calendars than are typical in a year at a glance. They are all Monday starts. So make note of that. You will see, if you look closely, that the Saturdays and Sundays are shaded slightly to help you remember that if you're not used to a Monday start. But I like how you get so much space to map out your year at a glance. So this is all of 2024. Then you get a list of holidays both in 2024 and 2025. And then birthdays and other important dates. So your master list is right here. Everything that you need to look out for in the year. And as things come up throughout the year, you can add them to this master list. Here is what your monthly view looks like. It is a Monday start. So Day Designer is a Monday start planner all over the place. So you're going to see a Monday start on the weekly view as well. Your sidebar is on the left and it is lined with very faint dotted lines. There's no color, it's grayscale. So you could dress it up with color if you want to, or just leave it this way. And holidays are marked with a little flag. So I think only major holidays are in here. The others you would just add on your own. So Saturday and Sunday are over here, and they are lightly shaded with a diagonal stripe. Your weekly view looks like this. It's a Monday start. Now here is what I like about Day Designer, all these boxes that you're going to get. Your top 3 go up here. This week's top 3. It says January 2024, and then you've got the day of the week and then the date. So you have today and to do. So this is probably where you will put your schedule, and this is where you put your to-do list. So any appointments or things that are time sensitive go on the left, and your to-do list goes on the right. Again, holidays are marked with a little flag. Up here it says notes, and you get an inspirational quote or a motivational quote every single week. So the first one is from Plato. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Thursday, Friday. Now Saturday and Sunday are split. They're all lined. So if you have a hard time keeping your writing straight, you will appreciate the lines. You get the today, but not the to-do on the weekend. You could make this into a to-do list if you prefer that, but you don't get the today and the to-do there. And then the next week looks like this. I love how your focus is drawn to your top 3 things for the week. Another inspirational quote, this I won't read them all, but Estee Lauder said, all great things begin with a vision or a dream. So as we go through the month of January, all of the layouts are going to look the same. Then the paper is slightly thicker when you get to the monthly tab. The second part of the month is just the regular weight of the paper. And I would estimate that this is about, and this is only an estimate, this feels like about 100 pound, and this feels like 60 to 80 pound to me. And then you've got the same thing here with your holidays marked with the little flag, and then your weeks are going to look the same. Now, the special stuff I think that's kind of unique to this planner is going to be showing up in the back. If you have the daily version of this planner, which is really cool, the daily version has some additional checkboxes, like the money checkbox. I think it's just called dollars. And you've got a place for gratitude, and you've got what you're going to have for dinner. So the daily planner has a few more little boxes than this does. This focuses on top 3 and notes each week. So we are looking through, see how these tabs are different in the back. We're going to get to this good stuff. All of these months are going to be the same. There's no color anywhere. The tabs are yellow gold. Smells really good. I like this new planner smell. Okay, so today and to do, here is where you get a taste of the daily planner. So the weekly planner has a bit of daily planning in it, and I appreciate this because some weeks are busier than others, and you might want to do daily planning. So if you had the daily planner, every page would look like this. So this is what I'm talking about. You've got a dollars box, a do box, what's for dinner, and don't forget. And then your top 3 is in the form of checklist. And then your today column and to do look a little bit different. For one thing, there's more of them in the daily layout. For another, you have the hours of the day starting at 5 in the morning and ending at 9 p.m. There's a notes section at the bottom of each day and daily gratitude. So you get a whole bunch of these daily pages, like a whole section of them. So you know how sometimes you think, oh, I really could use a daily planner this week? But then there's other weeks where you barely have anything to do and you might not even use your planner. That's what's so smart about this. This is like both. It's undated back here. Like if you got the daily planner, it would be dated. But in this appendix of the weekly planner, it's undated. So you just use these on the times when you really need a daily plan. I think that's really ingenious. I'm not going to count all these, but I'm going to guess that you've got a good 30 sheets, I think, but that's a guess. Then you've got a notes section here, signature look of the Day Designer notes pages, which is the 3 headers at the top. And then you've got lines that are split into 3 columns, but the split is so small that you could write straight across if you want to. You can use it as columns or just use it as straight across. You could use this as categories or titles of lists, or you could use it as a date, the day of the week, the weather. Do whatever you want to with these boxes. Got a whole section of these notes pages. It's not as many as the daily pages. So I'm going to say possibly 15 of these double-sided. Then it says stay on track on the last tab. This is really cool because a lot of planners have nothing to do with budgeting in the actual main planner. You have to get a separate planner to do budgeting or use your notes pages. So this is expense tracking. You've got a column that says date, category or description, and amount. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 probably. 12 of those. So one for each month of the year. And you may not even need one every single month. And there's a place to total it up down at the bottom. You could use this for business expenses actually. And then come tax time, you know what your business expenses were. And you've got them categorized here in that column. Next, we get favorites list. Okay, these are fun. You've got books to read here, movies to watch, and another page just like that, books to read and movies to watch. And I think some of these are available as downloads on the website. Gift ideas to remember. So you list the recipient here, and this is broken into family, friends, hostess gifts, and other. So this could be like coworkers and stuff like that, or neighbors. Recipient, occasion, gift idea, where to purchase, and the price. Same thing over here. This is everything you need in one book. Thank you note record. I love this. Do you love getting thank you notes in the mail? I do. And nowadays it seems like we send thank you texts, and those are also meaningful, but there's something special about a thank you note. But you could also keep track of thank you texts or emails as well. So let's say that you had a birthday. You could write the occasion was so-and-so's 15th birthday. And the gift was from goes here, and what was the gift or the act of kindness, and you check it off when you send a thank you note. Like, I like that they included act of kindness because maybe somebody just chipped in to help set up for the party. More thank you notes over here. So you have pages for one, two different occasions. So if it were me, I think what I would do is not necessarily use this for an occasion unless it was a year where I had a big deal event going on where there were lots of gifts. I think what I would do is just put gifts or acts of kindness, regardless of what occasion they were, as they happen throughout the year, and then check off whenever I send a thank you. Next, you get some packing checklists. So you've got some information about your trip, the destination, the dates, the number of days, and the number of nights. And then you've got clothing and shoes, accessories, toiletries, miscellaneous that you add yourself, essentials and a few extra spaces, carry on. This is so smart because, you know, if you don't travel a whole lot, you kind of forget, what do I need to take? There were some times when I did travel more than I do now, and I was kind of good at packing. Now I really have to rack my brain. What do I need to take? So this is really helpful. Then you get an entertainment checklist. So if you're having a party or you're having some kind of a get-together, you put the occasion right here, the date and the time there, the guests that you've invited, and you check whether they've responded yes or no, who's bringing what, or vendors, and the budget for those things, your menu and drinks, your to-do list, your shopping list, flowers and decor, music and entertainment, and other. This is great. So 1, 2 of those. Then a 2024 bucket list. Neat. So this is a huge bucket list. There are 4 columns here. Is there more? There is more. So you get 8 columns. 8 columns of bucket list. So dream big, you guys. You list it here, and then this says done. So you check it off whenever you've done it. And you could just do a brain dump and not worry about running out of space. And anything that you don't do in 2024, either you decide you don't want to do it or you carry it over to 2025 and see how many of those things that you get done. And then these are just blank pages. You could vision board on them because it's plain. There's no lines, no dot grid or anything like that. You could do memory keeping there. And you've got the Swiss dot interior. It's glossy, shiny, so you know it's a little bit water resistant or liquid resistant. And the Today sticks out above this. So when you hook it onto the top coil, that's really the best for when it's closed because you can see that Today fully. Isn't this pretty? Oh my goodness. If you get the Daily Day Designer, this is my 2022 one, it will have a whole lot more pages in it. But you get way more quotes and you get all of those daily layouts that you get a sampling of in the back of the weekly planner. So if you need daily all the time, then I would recommend that you get the daily planner instead of the weekly. But be aware that in the back, you don't get all of those extra sheets. You don't get the expenses, the bucket list, the party ideas, the packing list, all of those different sheets you don't get when you get the daily planner. But I want to show you something in this one. Like I said, I used pencil when I filled out my ideal month and my ideal week. I changed it around a little bit and was able to erase and just kind of rearrange things. This would not at all work for me now. I get up way earlier now at this season in my life. I would change that around a whole lot. But a lot of this stuff is still intact. Like the first Monday of the month, we do this. The third Thursday of the month, I always have my mom's luncheon that I take her to. You know, there's just certain things that I have retained from this, the ideal month. So I recommend that when you fill these out, you use pencil. I just think it's a good idea to do that. Unless you're super sure of what you're gonna do, then go ahead and use pen or maybe erasable pen. So clearly Day Designer always has really pretty cover designs. This one, if you like it, is called Annabel. But you should also check out all the others. I'll try to pop some up on the screen. There's one called London Rose that I really like as well. But I picked Annabel this time just because I was drawn to the cool and calming blue of this one. If you decide you want to get a Day Designer for your 2024 planner, I do have an affiliate link below and a code that will get you 10% off. The code is Plan Sarah Plan 10, all one word, and sometimes Day Designer runs sales as well. The paper performs really well in this pen test, so I've tried the Zebra Sarasa Mark-On 0.5, Pilot G 2.7, Pilot Precise V7, an Erin Condren dual tip, the fine side. The other side of that is down here. It's a highlighter. Then just a ballpoint 0.7 pen and a cream color highlighter. And all of these performed really well. I think the only thing that had any shadowing a little bit was the fine tip. This is like a felt tip pen of the Erin Condren dual tip, just a little bit there. Everything else, and maybe like the lift point on the highlighter. That's pretty typical. But the paper performs really well. It's kind of a slick paper. That's the wrong word. It's smooth. There's not a lot of tooth to it. But there's a slight tooth. There's a slight tooth. But it's nice to write on. So thank you for watching my Day Designer review. If you have any questions about anything I didn't cover, be sure to ask me in the comments because I'm happy to find an answer for you. I just think it's a really nice planner, especially for people who, I think, this is my opinion, are not big planner decorators. I think this is a nice professional planner. And I think that, you know, probably there are not a lot of sticker kits out there for the Day Designer. I haven't ever seen one, but you could definitely decorate it with washi tape if you wanted to. You could color code with different colors of pens. You could use your favorite planner stickers if you want to. But what this really reminds me of is a professional planner. So it would be great for work, I think. Thank you to the Day Designer for sending me this beautiful planner to review and share with my audience, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.